The feeling of rust against my salad fingers is almost orgasmic.
That's right, guys. Salad fingers reference.
Wow.
In 2023, Smosh is back, and we're making salad finger mention.
Woo! Every chef knows there are unbreakable rules in the kitchen, but what happens when you actually break those rules? Do the soup gods boil you alive, or are they just arbitrary myths peddled from chef to chef just waiting to be broken? To find out, we've assembled this highly trained team of serious culinary professionals. Ugh. God, stop. To put them to the test, because this is Myth Munchers.
Yeah.
Your illnesses have all cleared up.
I'm sick of this.
They all tested negative in the green room, trust me. Let's get into it. Today, we're busting soup myths. Soup is a great dish for summer, so we're gonna go through my summer fashion trends. I'm trying to sort of become a fashion influencer right here. And so first up, jorts are the obvious move. In summer, you can get the cheapest pair of jeans you can find, and then you just cut them right off. But then, we're talking corts. We're talking slorts. We're talking jorts. You take any pant you want, you can cut them into jorts. Did this recently with a pair of khakis, and I think I look pretty dang fresh right there. I did make these images myself. Next, you need some shirts to go along with them. Shorts and jorts and corts. You got to get one cool guy shirt. That's what I'm wearing right here. Little Mandarin collar on the cool guy shirt, and then the best thing to pair with all this is an oversized shoe. You're gonna want to rock about a size 14. Yeah. Even though you only actually wear 10 and a half. Do you all feel more stylish after reading this?
This is opposite of Farmer's Tan.
Why is there two of you?
Joan Rivers is quaking.
It shows how versatile the look is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys don't get it. You just don't have any fashion sense like me. Anyways, we're busting soup myths. We're in the dead heat of summer, the exact time you want to be making soup. No, this is factual. Hot liquid cools you down in the summer because it triggers your cooling response of sweating.
Okay.
Don't care.
Listen,
Okay, scientist.
First up, we're testing whether or not you start with raw chicken or roasted chicken when you boil your soup. I'm a person, I've always roasted my chicken so you can get that browning flavor, but we're gonna see what actually works better there. Trevor.
What kind of soup are we making?
Chicken. Next.
Noodle. Chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle soup. Next up, people say never let your soup come to a full boil because that will make it cloudy. I was trying to play Limp Bizkit before this, and they were like, no, Josh, we have a show. Alexa, stop. They say bring it to a low simmer. Who, the HE double hockey sticks got time for that? In the dead heat of summer, it's heating up your house, you know? And you all live in Burbank with no AC. So we're gonna test boiling versus simmering versus a combination of both. Next up, how long you actually gotta boil soup? A lot of weird recipes out there being like, boil it for 45 minutes. Are you actually extracting the flavor that you need? Next up, stock. People always say homemade is better than using store-bought stock, but what if you actually use store-bought stock in your chicken to make homemade stock with store-bought stock? Because, dog, I heard you like stock. So X to the exhibit is about to pimp your stock. And then we're gonna test versus normal water and then chicken bouillon powder. Because I just love taking that stuff, rubbing it in my gums. Y'all have any questions?
Zero.
Do
Not
you
even one.
have any questions?
They can't hear you.
I didn't catch a word of that.
Beautiful. Y'all ready to get to some soup boiling?
Yeah.
Or simmering?
Do the thing where you toast it.
Okay, everybody write down your guesses, and whoever gets the most wrong has to eat a whole bouillon cube.
Oh.
Yum.
Doesn't have to. They get the opportunity to. It's like, it's not hazing. It's like it's a volunteer, but it's like a soft power over them to where they don't feel like they can say no. Lily, tell the people what your favorite pot of soup to sweat over during a 105-degree mid-August day is.
Chicken soup.
Same. Oh my God, me too. We're so in sync. That's
so in
crazy.
sync.
It's like we finish each other's soups. We're making a basic chicken soup right now. We'll tell you about the methodology, but we're gonna start getting the mirror paw going and
Yeah,
whatnot.
let's do it.
On 3, 1, 2, go. Okay. Mirror paw in. On 3, 1, 2, go. That's how I
We're
move.
so in sync.
On 3, 1, 2, go. Oh, what the fruit. Garlic, garlic, hurry up. You're dragging on 3, 1, 2, go.
No,
My God,
oh,
we're
no.
falling apart. Are you rushing or are you dragging?
I need to turn my heat up.
Yeah, you want to get some sizzle on it. So right now we're sauteing Mirepoix. This is how most chicken soups start. We're not trying to make the best soup we've ever made. We're trying to make the most average soup.
Yeah, I love an average soup.
Soup can be average. That's one of those great foods. It's comforting, add all the pepper. You toast your pepper with Mirepoix, right? You might as well. You get like a hefty pinch of salt in there to
Sweat the onion.
Yeah. Onion. Oh, speaking Cajun over here like Tony Sashery now.
Oui, oui.
Chicken soup. So what we're doing right now is sweating the Mirepoix. We're eventually going to add in our chicken and water and just simmer it away for exactly 1 hour.
Yep.
Just to get baseline. I have roasted chicken here, and roasting my chicken before I make soup is something that I've always believed in, but I've never tested it side by side because I think you're just getting more flavor. You're getting the Maillard reaction in a way that you don't get when you just sear the chicken off. Because when you do that, you're also getting a lot of fat into the soup. So to me, roasting it beforehand gives you a cleaner, darker broth, and that's what I want.
So you're spending like all day roasting the chicken,
Yeah.
letting it simmer. It's like a full day process.
Well,
for
not
you.
even though, because like if you take a chicken, right, that's what, 40 minutes in the oven
Okay,
if you want to get a little dark.
Yeah, a little dark.
So what I do is I start sauteing my Mirepoix, doing all this stuff, and I'll even get the soup going with the water, and then I can just take the chicken out.
Yep.
Because people say you gotta like skim the fat and all that on a soup, but if I just render the fat from the chicken,
Then you don't gotta skim.
you're gonna skim it. You think I'm here spending all day. I'm still over here thinking I did a
Okay,
life
maybe
hack.
You're smarter than I thought.
You guys remember? No, I look stupid, but really I smart.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, mine's
yours
sweating a
look?
little harder.
Okay.
In Jewish, we
only
call it
goes-
schwitzing.
What does
It's
that
we
mean?
schwitz the Mirepoix. It means sweat.
Oh, nice.
It's Yiddish for sweat. Jews
Switching.
think Jews sweat a lot.
Yeah.
We had to have a special word for it because we're from cold climates generally.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it happens, it's special. It's like, schwitz.
Oh.
You know? We're making like what I would consider a very all-American chicken soup right here, right?
Yeah.
Kind of the base that you would use for matzo ball soup. Something like pho, though, where it's like a very clear broth and also the aromatics
Yeah.
tend to be charred,
Yep.
right? Like you char your onion, toast your cinnamon, all
Yeah.
that. So you're getting the kind of like clean meat flavor.
Yep.
And typically they'll poach the chicken, then drop
Yes,
it, right?
yeah, to get like all the impurities out.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different soup methods. This is just one that, we think a lot of people in America would be making. It's like, God, dude, chicken pho guy.
Oh, yeah. That's what
Better.
I get when I'm sick.
Same. Why are we
Okay,
still
we-
busting pho myths?
Yeah, whoa, that would be fun.
Like pho. We got noodles. Mirepoix sweater, you don't want to caramelize the onions. You just want to get that out there. Take this nice little brick of a guy. Bing, bang, boom.
Water?
Water.
8 cups.
You gotta do a high pour to aerate it.
Oh, no.
Lily didn't even do that, and
Oh,
she spilled more
no.
than me, so. Keep the spoon in there.
Okay.
These are the new Mythical Kitchen utensils. They are heat proof up to 1,000 degrees.
Testing that out right now.
I don't know.
I'm ready to eat soup.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. Noodles magically appear in there. We put them in like 20 minutes before it's done. Is this the point where I say that I don't like chicken noodle soup?
No.
Visual differences, the broth is
Darker.
a little darker, a little better in color. This one looks really pallid to me, really pale.
It's nice soup.
Good soup.
Okay.
Pretty
Raw
solid.
chicken?
You get a little bit of that roasty flavor, not a ton. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. I have thoughts. You go first.
I think this actually does taste like more pure.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. I don't know if I want the puritines to dominate what my soup should be.
I think for like chicken soup, it needs to be like kind of pure. But for like a bowl of like ramen, like I don't care about, the purities. I want like all the fat.
Let's try the chicken. Let's try the actual meat from this. See if the roasting did anything to that. Because in theory, you're getting more cook on it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In theory. Einstein over here with his theories. It tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Good protein. Tastes like chicken. It's a little bit more tender in this,
It
but
is.
also you could achieve the same thing just by
Cooking longer.
cooking it longer. We haven't tested skimming the fat yet, but you are getting more fat in the soup, which gives it a richer mouthfeel. If you roasted your chicken with the chicken fat in there, if you seared it, you would get that. But also, I'm not talking about like searing your chicken before, right? I'm talking about roasting it in an oven, getting that fat to render out.
Yeah.
Creates a cleaner broth. This creates, I don't have the words other than better.
Yeah, I agree.
This broth is better. It's
It
better,
is.
it's richer, it tastes more of chicken. And I don't think that you always want browning flavor
Yeah, I agree.
in all of your foods, right?
Yeah.
like you said, with the pho broth, you're taking the pho and you're poaching the chicken, bleeding of the impurities, getting the most isolated chicken flavor out there that the rest of your aromatics can really sing. Damn.
Yeah.
Raw chicken wins?
Raw chicken wins.
Raw chicken wins. You know what that means, Lily?
Oh gosh.
This myth has been munched.
I
God
did
dang
it.
it, she's good.
Welcome to Soup Down, population us.
Us. You and me.
You and me,
Soup
me and
Town.
you. Yeah, that's right. You know, I really feel like Stregonona. You ever read a Stregonona book before?
No.
You fool.
What?
Well, today we are busting soup myths, and we found out that raw chicken yields the best chickeny, most delicious, sumptuous flavor.
Yes.
That's
Sumptuous?
right. Yeah.
Is that's a word?
Yes,
I
it
believe
is.
you. I'm not questioning. Just never.
It is a word.
All right. No, I believe you. I believe you.
But now we're going to see if the myth that boiling your chicken creates like a cloudy, not so fun stock is true or not. Now, whenever I look for a nice chicken noodle soup, I'm not looking for total clarity, a little bit of cloudiness, but nothing too crazy. You know, I hate it when it's like almost white.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see little chicken particulates
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I'm not looking for like consomme.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
looking for, soup.
Want a little bit of gold in there, a little bit of flavor.
That's right.
I personally, I think that good soup is a mindset. You know, when you're
All
making
right.
soup, I don't know about all these myths about munching them. I think that when you're making soup, the number one thing you got to do is you got to get the mindset, and that mindset is hot and wet.
So Trevor is gonna let his boil all the way through from section 1 to section 500. It's just
Yeah.
gonna boil all the way through. For simmer, I'm just gonna let it simmer all the way. I'm not even gonna let it boil. And then this one, I'm gonna let it come to a boil and then on a medium-low simmer. So while we're waiting for these to come to a boil, not this one, but these two, Trevor, what did you write on your note card?
I see. I went for boil.
Why?
I don't know. Again, I believe that soup is a mindset, and hot and wet, that's my mindset, and boiled
Interesting.
seems hottest.
Interesting.
I just, I got to follow my heart, my hot, wet heart.
So I was always taught that boiling and then simmering allows for everything to be on the same playing field. Everything gets up to 212, and then it just kind of hangs out and it mellows out, and the flavors marry one another, and it's beautiful and polyamorous.
Yeah, I think traditionally I have boiled and then simmered
Yeah.
the soups that I've made. I don't know why I chose boil. I want it to win. I want to be able to just crank it as hot as it can go and let it go. Like, that's what I want in my heart. So
Speaking of cranking, have you ever cranked that Soldier Boy?
crank that
Okay,
soldier.
you want to try it?
No, I don't. I'd look like a fool. I'll watch you first. Crank that soldier boy.
The feeling of rust against my salad fingers is almost orgasmic.
That's right, guys. Salad fingers reference.
Wow.
In 2023, Smosh is back, and we're making salad finger mention.
Woo! You can tell it's definitely the clearest broth.
Yes, I
You're
will say
seeing
that.
the most onions and carrots and celery here. Then we've got, it's like Goldilocks. Then we've got the medium. We've
Yeah.
got the medium clear, and then cloudy.
Yeah.
Cloudy is thick.
There is a clear level of schmaltz here that I'm comfortable with and I appreciate. The schmaltz is the chicken fat, and it looks really, really nice and golden. This is kind of just eked out a little bit, and over here it's emulsified into the soup.
Yeah.
So I say we give this a nice tasty taste. I'm gonna start with simmer.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna go a little broth first.
Just clean broth taste.
clean.
Okay. I like a soup. A little weak.
Yeah.
A little weak sauce.
Yeah, not coming in strong.
Weak
there.
sauce.
A little bit of little noodle chicken action.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It's like if I was sick in bed and you gave me that soup, I'd be like,
Yeah.
good. But is it wowing me right now?
Absolutely.
Not sick at this counter? No.
Wow. So passionate. You like chicken soup?
I do. I sure do.
I love chicken soup. Wow.
Hot damn.
Now, the oil on the top almost insulates the soup, and it creates a really interesting flavor as it goes down when you suck down the broth.
Yeah.
Because you get like a little bit of oil, but that really clean flavor of like soup too.
Yeah.
Really gorgeous. I'm gonna taste some chicken and nude too.
It's cascading across my palate in a very pleasant way.
Wow. Trevor, you're a poet, and I bet you didn't even know it.
It's hot, but it's
Oh.
so good. Are your organs wet?
They should be. I think they should be coated in some sort of mucosal
Okay.
thing. Now that's also really delicious.
Yeah.
But do you taste the emulsification and like it's almost sedimenty.
I don't know. Which spoon did I use? I'm gonna go side by side broth action.
Nice.
I'm gonna go side by side here. Okay, this is gonna be crazy. Never seen this before. My heart, and again, I told you from the start, I've been following my heart this whole time. My heart tells me boil and then simmer, which my heart before told me boil, and now my heart's changed. And it's gone in the other direction. This one, I don't know what it is. It just tastes better.
It tastes better, it has a better texture, has a better mouthfeel. It's the soupiest soup to have been souped.
All right, I feel comfortable. Okay.
So I guess that means this myth has been munched.
Do it again. Do it better.
Josh, stop yelling.
He's yelling at us. Come on, head down. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
This myth has been munched.
Is that good? Okay.
Lily, today we're busting the myth of can you eat too much soup in a day?
I cannot eat too much soup. I love soup.
Really?
I could live off soup.
What is it? What is the thing? It's like gorgeous girls love soup or something.
Oh my God, thank you.
Soup, 1 hour versus 2 hours versus 4 hours. How long you actually got to cook it? How long you got to spend just staring at the pot the whole day, wondering if the cat is gonna go knock it over while you're in the middle of a video game?
I don't have cats.
Lucky.
Okay, one soup. It's very clear.
Yeah, that means to me like not a lot of.
Flavor extraction.
That's the one. Still great.
It's good soup.
It's good soup. It's good soup, right? Nothing wrong with that soup. This is just gonna get progressively better, right? We know this.
I hope.
We should have done 24 hours.
20.
I've done a 24-hour broth before. Cat knocked it over. while I
But
playing
was
video
the
games.
meat in there for the 24 hours?
I don't like meat in my soup. This is a different method of soup that I was doing. I was making a tori python broth.
I don't know. What is that?
Fancy guy. This soup is better soup, right?
It's sweeter.
Soup is better soup. Yeah, I think. Well, so it's not just the chicken that's cooking longer. It's the stuff.
Like the carrots.
Yeah, but it is interesting to see
Yeah.
that you literally get more flavor from the mirepoix extracted out.
Yep.
Right? That's interesting.
It is interesting.
That's interesting.
It's very
No,
interesting.
No, Lily, it's interesting.
Wait. Try the chicken differences.
Yeah. Chicken difference it might come down to chicken difference. And also the noodles are all cooked the same. You're not cooking noodles for 2 hours. Hold on. Okay. I forgot to chew. Okay, so chicken, the more you cook it,
Yeah.
it's just gonna get like kind of mushier and drier,
Yes.
right? You cook chicken for 2 hours in liquid, it's never gonna get more tender in 4 hours.
Yeah.
What you are losing in 4 hours is any of the bite, like any of the integrity that the mirepoix would have, right?
Yeah.
Like the vegetables in this,
They've lost. The broth is really good,
the broth is really good.
but it's actually very similar to this one. But yeah, you can kind of taste.
Going back, is this your spoon or my spoon?
I don't know anymore.
MSG, right? When you think of the idea of umami, it is like literally meat broth. It is that lingering sensation. Close your eyes, take a sip of the 2 hours, take a sip of the 4 hours, close your eyes and try and put yourself in the back of your palate, those little cheekies back there.
Are you telling
Try
me
and
to
see.
do this?
Yeah, no, right now, for real, do it. And
the
see
back of
which
the
one has
cheekies?
developed more umami. To me, umami lingers on the back of the palate. You gotta close your eyes. Oh, that's weird. I don't like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, gargle it with Listerine.
This broth tastes better to me.
I think it's better. I think 4 hours is better.
Yeah.
4 hours, ultimately, boil your soup for 4 hours. Anything past that, I don't think you're gonna get any more. But really, cook your soup longer, it tastes better. You know what that means, Lily?
I think I do.
I think that means
That
this
myth
myth has
has been
been
munched.
no
That myth munched us.
that myth. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm freaking sorry, man.
This myth munched us.
I can't do this anymore. We've decided that you should keep your chicken raw when you start cooking it. We decided that you should boil, then simmer your soup. And we decided that you should do that for about 4 hours. But now, how do you beef up the flavor of that soup? Do you just keep it with water and salt? Or do you cheat with a little bit of store-bought stock in there? Or do you add in chicken bouillon? Speaking of chicken bouillon,
Did somebody say chicken bouillon? Actually, this is my favorite, and I used to eat it a lot as a kid, and it was recently featured on Spork.com as one of my picks.
holy smokes. And if you want to see all of our picks, go over to spark.com. Really, we wrote about a lot of foods that mean a lot to us. So go check it out. You can read our fun little essays. We got to flex our creative writing chops. We're all very creative writers. V, thank you so much.
Do you eat or drink soup?
Oh my God, just eat the soup. Okay, start with water and salt. Get a baseline.
Baseline.
Baseline. Okay.
Baseline.
I gotta transport it so far.
Good soup.
Delicious.
Gosh, really good soup, man.
Oh, lovely.
I can't imagine a better soup than that. Well,
Maybe you can.
let's try some store-bought stock. Kind of tastes worse, right?
Yeah.
Does that kind of taste worse to you?
Totes.
But really, nobody knows how store-bought stock is made. It's kind of really sketchy, so I really don't use store-bought stock because I would rather just use chicken bouillon.
Try it.
Got that cold bouillon out there, boy.
Don't make me laugh. I gotta transport this so far.
Long arms McGee.
I like this.
I mean, you get like, okay, listen. MSG is safe and delicious, and we all know it. We did a whole podcast about it. Top 2 ingredients in this are salt and MSG, and then you get into powdered cooked chicken. You know what I mean? Powdered cooked chicken actually comes after cornstarch and potassium chloride. So there's not like a ton of chicken going on in this. You basically are just adding salt and MSG. But I really love this product. I use it in my own home. I'm like a little bit split right here. How are y'all feeling?
I'm not split at all. I'm actually high-key obsessed with the water and salt. It's a beautiful flavor, well balanced. It doesn't taste artificial at all. It tastes perfect. It's
Damn,
perfect.
dude.
I think it's because I grew up on Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Maybe that's why I like this one better.
This does reek of Campbell's chicken noodle soup, which is, you know, it's condensed. They're
is
probably
it.
using chemicals. I want the chicken bouillon to win because this is a product I use at my own
Absolutely.
home. I add this to so many recipes to just beef up that umami flavor. To me, this eats so freaking clean, and this is just using the natural flavor of the chicken. This isn't any moralizing here on not using MSG or bouillon. I normally like it, but there's something fan-freaking-tastic about the purity in that.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It is delicious, and it is perfectly seasoned with salt. Don't knock it. Salt is delicious. Salt on its own, it can do a whole lot of work.
Trevor, how you
Definitely.
feel?
My hot and wet heart is telling me that water and salt is better.
Damn, I mean, again, these are all great. To me, the store-bought stock is the worst because you're almost taking a fresh stock. That's what you're doing when you're making soup, right? You're making a stock
That's
from
right.
scratch. You're taking like a fresh stock and then you're just sort of adding something old and stale that's been industrialized in there. Whereas this, you're adding hot, nasty, badass flavor chemicals that make things good. But again, ultimately, it's like muddying up the flavor of this, which you're right, the salt is just good. And all the salt levels are the same in these. We made sure of that. That's really good.
Really
good.
good.
Shocker.
Shocker.
So you know what that means?
Wowie
No,
zowie.
I don't.
That means that this
This
myth
myth
has
has
been munched! We munched it! Myth munchers! We made a lot of soup today. We ate a lot of soup. We're all pretty bloaty. We found out that keep your chicken raw. You don't gotta roast it. You don't need all those browning flavors. You get a nice clean flavor with raw chicken that you boil. Then we found out you don't need to just simmer your soup. You don't need to just boil it. When you boil it, then reduce it down to a simmer. You get a good broth that doesn't emulsify. It's really nice. Timing, soup timing. We found out that 1 hour, simply too little. 2 hours, simply too little. 4 hours, just right. We called that the Goldilocks zone. We found that out. Then we found out in terms of beefing up your chicken broth, store-bought stock really doesn't do much. Chicken bouillon powder, though you add a lot of flavor, salt, and MSG, you're really kind of obstructing all that clean chicken flavor that you worked to get throughout your soup. I actually learned a lot today about what I want in soup. That's right. Okay, let's see who got more right and wrong, Trevor.
I guess roast, boil, 2 hours, powder for best soup. Keep it hot and wet, y'all. This is... I got 0.
Sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. My Kugel's done.
What? You made
Okay, so let's
made kugel?
break the fourth wall here. Yeah, we were just coming back from a lunch break and we had a lot of leftover noodles, and so I put in a kugel.
Oh my god.
It's my favorite dish to make. It's my favorite dish to make with egg noodles.
Why
It's-
didn't you turn off
Turn
the
your
timer?
timer off.
Well, no, because I don't want to risk my kugel burning.
Josh, this is a serious cooking show.
And
Come on.
I made a serious kugel. If you want the recipe for kugel, Google it. I had to before I made it. Lily, how many did you get right?
I said raw, dog, simmer, 2 hours, and chicken bouillon.
I got one right.
We suck. Nicole, what about you?
Hey, I said raw, Boil and simmer 4 hours and water and salt. I got all of them right because I
Are
love
you
chicken soup.
effing S-ing me in the D right now? Get the heck out of here.
I don't think I legally can.
Roasted, boiled 4 hours in that good chicken bouillon. Dang, well, yeah, no, I got one right. I guess wrong in a lot of these. I actually learned a lot about making soup from this and also more about making kugel. I think we should bust kugel myths next time.
I really don't want to do that.
Okay, let's
You have to add raisins. No, you don't, Uncle Mort. Nicole, congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Very well earned. I would consider you the soup queen here. Trevor, you lost. You officially have to eat a bouillon cube if you feel that that's something you'd like to do right now. Nobody's forcing you to.
Yes, he does.
We know how it's gonna happen.
I wasn't as hot and wet as I thought I was.
No, Trevor, you're the hottest, wettest gamer in this whole place.
Oh.
I mean, that's a lot of nutrients.
Make broth in your mouth.
Make
Make
a
broth.
mouth soup.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest the punishment should be you have to spit 8 ounces into a cup and then mix bouillon with that. Take
That's
like a shot.
worse.
He's doing that in his mouth.
Oh.
No, we weren't gonna make him eat our own spit.
Can I please leave? Oh my god, I need to leave.
Anyways, thank you all for joining us here on Kugel Munchers. I think we all learned a lot that, though Kugel can be made out of anything, noodles. Noodles is the best Kugel. Potato Kugel is also good. Once I did a celery root Kugel. Do you like it?
Raisin noodles.
Yeah, it's sweet raisin noodles. That's what it literally translates to. We'll see y'all next time. Make sure to watch us. I don't know.
That was my nickname in high school.
Hey you! Cook up your own feast while wearing the Mythical Kitchen apron. Available now at mythical.com.